Good afternoon, and thanks for joining me for today's edition of Watching Your Wallet and Making Ends Meet. Now they're caring for their kids and trying to help care for an aging parent at the same time. It's often called the sandwich generation, and for many families, it can come with real financial and emotional strain. In this Watching Your Wallet, consumer investigator Carice Jackman looks at some of the hidden costs of caregiving and steps experts say you can take to help you plan ahead.
Juggling life at home can get complicated fast, especially when you're supporting kids and also helping care for a parent. That situation is often called the sandwich generation.
So you've still got someone, maybe they're 18 or under, that's living under your roof, but you've also still been lucky enough to have your parents around, so you're also taking care of them.
Dana Edens, media relations manager at Retirement Living, surveyed people who identify as part of the sandwich generation. She says in that survey, around 28% of respondents reported spending 5 to 9 hours a week providing care. And 51% also reported that caring for children and a senior loved one increases their stress or fatigue.
So you've got those out-of-pocket expenses. You also lose something that we looked at is your own expenses, like retirement savings, if you have to spend that money on a caregiver or caregiving. We looked at things like household necessities. Even if it's cutting back on your personal spending, your personal vacations, it's still money that is yours that you're putting towards something else.
So what can help when you're trying to manage care and your budget at the same time? Eden says start by asking your employer what flexibility or benefits may be available.
I think that there's a lot of assistance and benefits out there that are often unused. You've got FMLA, the Family and Medical Leave Act, that could help you providing that.
She also recommends looking closely at your household budget and talking early with family about what care will look like and who can help.
Having a conversation and sharing expectations with your family about the time, money, support can really help carrying the burden versus just on one person.
With this Watching Your Wallet, I'm Carice Jackman.
The U.S. Department of Education has delayed garnishing your check if you have defaulted on your loans. But many people are still battling to pay bills and pay off their degree. Dawn G had a chance to speak with a student advocate who shared tips to help you make ends meet.
There have been a number of changes made to the student loan system that have been very confusing to borrowers.
Jennifer Finetti is a college finance expert with Scholarship Owl, a personalized scholarship matching and management service tool. Finetti points out changes in White House administration, the COVID pandemic, and the dismantling of the U.S. Department of Education have most likely all played a part in the chaos. The latest confusion, the announcement that students with loans in default would face garnishment of their wages starting in January 2026. That quickly changed with news the garnishments would now be on hold again.
The garnishments that were being discussed and that are now on hold would be impacting borrowers that are in default on their loans, that are at least 270 days late in paying on their loans.
President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill plans to start many reforms on July 1st. One of those reforms, implementing major student loan repayment. Finetti believes it's possible those garnishments will also restart then.
If you are somebody who is in default or is late in making your payments on your loans, you need to contact your loan servicer to get your loan into positive status.
If you don't know who holds your student loan, be proactive. Head to studentaid.gov. That is the official U.S. Department of Education website for managing federal student aid.
There are typically two ways that you can get a defaulted loan back into positive status. The first way is by working with your loan servicer to make a reasonable and affordable monthly payment for 9 months straight, consecutively, on time.
If you talk to your loan holder and explain your circumstances, you may be able to agree on repayment options that satisfy both of you.
Another option to get your loan back into positive status is to consolidate your loans. Usually with that process, you need to make 3 on-time consecutive payments rather than 9.
Deciding not to pay the loan at all could mean financial self-destruction. Credit bureaus receive that information, which could affect your ability to buy a home, a car, or any other item on your list of dreams. The government can always come back to garnish your wages, tax refunds, or any other government payments.
You're actually hurting yourself because those debts will not go away. And in fact, it's very difficult to get student loan debt discharged during bankruptcy.
Now we're previewing this week's episode of Aging Untold, where we explore the delicate role reversal when adult children feel that they need to parent their parents. And we're also going to be talking about how to have difficult conversations when you believe your parents are making bad choices and how to do it with respect and compassion. Let's take a look at this preview.
On the next Aging Untold, as parents, we're used to being the boss and not taking orders from our kids.
Don't you treat me like I'm a kid.
We'll talk about adult children who say their older parents are making bad decisions. A closer look at who should have the final say and when do you compromise.
Finally, we're ending with today's Investigate TV Plus preview.
On the next Investigate TV Plus, cyber criminals grab innocent photos or video of a child off social media and with a few clicks, turn it into something disturbing.
We first started receiving those reports to our cyber tip line in 2023, and that year we received 4,700 reports. Last year, in 2024, we saw that number increase to 67,000 reports.
We take an in-depth look at the use of artificial intelligence in child abuse and efforts to fight it.
Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all at 3 for our daily news update. For 29 News, I'm Isla Miyabi.